Written by Dr.Yaşam Ayavefe.
What are mystery religions? Mystery religions are religions created by secret cults that offer individual religious experiences made publicly in areas dominated by Greco-Roman culture. The origins of these religions were primitive people, tribes. In primitive tribal communities, when everyone is a disciple, in the Greek world, it's a personal choice to pre-dislike the mystis religions. The religion of mystery strengthened their cult commitment through shared religious experiences. It is essential that these mysteries, which are at the heart of life and the continuation of life, are not revealed to others. In the religion of mystery, it creates secret ceremonies by accepting an individual into a private social structure, and it gives those who reach these mysteries a socially unchanging quality and a special status. Most importantly, these ceremonies always involve the idea of a mysterious rebirth, and it is possible to have peace in the afterlife with the suffering of the present life. How did the mysteries come out? When the Greek influence reached its peak in the ancient world, which began with Alexander the Great, it was a time when Alexander the Great faced Persian, where the Eastern and Western cultures were synthesized, and the Greek sense of Eastern civilizations as barbaric was softened, so that cultures were mixed with one another. And so, there was also interaction in terms of religion, and mystical religions spread as an alternative to dissatisfied religions. Because of their promise of total freedom and salvation, it has been held as a new hope for the people who have come out of war, hunger, and misery. The fact that Roman civilization is a madman and a savage civilization, of course, reflected in the choices of faith. He valued physical strength, and instead of the human struggle, he took part in wild struggles. And the phenomena of ordinary and extraordinary nature are connected to the secret forces behind these events, the gods, or the spiritual beings that haunt them. The undead come from these gods or spiritual beings, not the fault of humans. It has been seen that the temples and rituals of the Hellenistic period, where religions are shaped, have also changed. In addition, the cult of mystery and special religious units began to emerge, creating new standards, creating a genuine relationship between personal piety and the emergence of a new sense of morality and God and believers. An example of a mystery religion. After death. We've seen how the mystical religion, which has these interesting rituals, is maintained by atrocities and bloody rituals. The members of this religion believe in life after death, so they believe in rebirth. The moon is interpreted as a symbol of the ever-changing and cyclical nature of death and rebirth, which regulates all aspects of creation. According to the belief, Cybele's father, who is king, is born a daughter, leaving the arrogance to Mount Kybelos. He grows up there with animals, and he even gets the ability to make babies good. They meet Attis, abandoned in the mountains like him, and fall in love. Attis is not loyal to Cybele, he marries a Parishus, and on the night of the wedding, Cybele is driven mad by his special forces, and Attis cuts off his own manhood. With the seeds of manhood and the blood that spurts from the blood, flowers are spurned. He and a pine tree. So, in the religion of Cybele, there is a phenomenon of rebirth. That's why it's about the ceremonies of priests who castrate themselves and the pine trees that are always green. This religion is the religion of the people who are increasing their violence. Theodosius. B.C. 394, prohibited. Purification rituals. In many religions, the holy, the one who believes and prays, however he solves himself. First of all, he can't approach the sacred until he's in a proper position. This is pure, purified and clean it means being, and for that, most religious purification rituals, including historical religions applicable. For example, an important part of the first 5 books of the Old Testament is the ritual of purification it covers. Especially the priests, they had to follow the rules of purification completely. In ancient Mesopotamia, any religious act would have to be clean, pure and purified, and in this, purification rituals were applied. In all rituals to serve the gods, the participants, the environment and the objects should have been cleared of all kinds of dirt, including the evil. Most purification rituals included the fulfillment of a number of actions in general terms. Sweeping and sprinkling the floors would clean the temple and clear the existing area by preventing dust from rising. The burning of tobacco and other aromatic things would clear the air and purify the atmosphere. The first mandatory stage of any ritual would have been passed by all participants, cleaning themselves with water, purifying the individual. Burn purge. In Mesopotamia, fire was a godlike water, and the god of fire was mostly purification. It was connected to their ritual. For the purification to be successful, like the goat rivers in Mesopotamia, fire was also actively involved in rituals. Water and fire are the key to symbolic purification. 2 Base Kanajidila 3:15. By burning, destroying the belief system because it purifies it, it's a form of metaphysical love within the belief mechanism it would. In Mesopotamia, an object is burned and its form is forever. It was believed to have been neutralized as a malfunctioning force. The statues of the sorcerers burning their symbolic objects or other objects, neutralizing the evil forces. It was one of his important ways.
Written by Dr. Yaşam Ayavefe.